Hi, beautiful souls. Willkommen. And I figure I may as well say that, right, in German, since it seems like we're in Nazi Germany. A bit disturbing. Like, more than a bit. And I think we all know where it leads, unless it stops real soon. The Awakened Collective may have to stop it at some point. I want to do a collective reading because the energy feels quite heavy. I had to peel myself out of bed today to be any kind of productive. I really didn't feel like doing anything, but I was being drawn to do a collective reading. So I had to make myself presentable, even though my bangs are not working out for me today. I'm still trying to get used to them. I have not had bangs in a while. I didn't put them in a curler today. Yes, I know you don't care about my bangs, but me looking at myself on here is a little awkward. Anyway, so let's do this collective reading, shall we? Archangels, please use me as a direct and clear channel and to deliver the most clear and accurate message for those who are listening, for those who are tuning in. What can you tell us? Sorry if I seem intense. I do have Scorpio 3 places in my birth chart, so. And the energy. 2 of Pentacles, juggling act. You feel like you're juggling your security and your stability at this point, maybe even your sovereignty with the 2 of Pentacles. And you're balancing your priorities. You're realizing that you may have to adapt. Thinking about your choices moving forward. It's about adapting. You're thinking, what kind of environment are you going to have to adapt to? Or what choice, what direction would you like to go in? That's going to give you stability, security. The Strength card, which is Leo energy. Maybe you're trying to find the courage, or you're developing the courage to make a choice. Yeah, you're kind of being forced to be courageous, to have this strength, and it's probably through your circumstances in life that you're having to make a choice. Maybe something is not what you thought it would be. Something isn't working out the way that you wanted it to, stability-wise, security-wise, what you invested in. And so you're having to try to find the courage or the strength here. Maybe you're learning this through a lesson, a hard lesson. I hate to say that, but that's usually, you know, how we develop strength and courage. It's not by, you know, not having anything not happen in our lives. And then we've got the 9 of Swords here, because something is giving you anxiety, sleepless nights. You're worried about your stability or security because something isn't panning out the way that you thought that it would, that you had planned that it would, or set the intention for it to. You're also learning compassion and self-respect. That requires making a new choice. That requires self-love and self-respect, and learning compassion requires making a different choice than what you had originally, because it's not sitting good with you, you know, with that 9 of Swords there. It doesn't feel good, the choice that you had originally made, or that you're going with, or maybe you're just not really doing anything about your situation. So you're having to make this choice, otherwise it's going to keep you in self-sabotage or anxiety, worrying about the future, and unable to sleep. So you'll have to just, you know, discipline yourself. Okay, you may be feeling guilty or hopeless, fear or stressed out right now, surrounding your stability or security, and you feel like it may take courage to be able to gain your peace back. We've got the Ace of Wands. Okay, this is very creative energy, fire. Okay, this is creation, inspiration, and desire, opportunities, and growth. This is also meaning to be a conscious creator. Sorry, my bangs are just really distracting me. It's hard to get used to them. I'm not sure I like them. Bad hair day, guys. Don't look at me. Sorry. Anyway, so be a conscious creator here, okay? You may have some opportunity coming through where you're going to have to make a choice around. And maybe you're scared to choose the right, wrong direction. It could be something that you haven't done before. And so that Spirit is telling you that you have the courage. Okay? Believe in yourself. You have the courage. Because if you want a different outcome, you can't keep following the same as you've usually done, right? What other? Okay. Two of Swords. Yeah, you're at a crossroads. Like I've been saying here. The crossroads on choices. Which direction do you go? You could have anxiety around that. And Spirit is telling you to listen to your intuition. Find the courage within. 10 of Wands. Okay, this is heavy baggage, burdens. Carrying the weight. Carrying the weight of something. You feel like, maybe you feel like whatever direction you go, you might have this to carry. Okay, this is burden, stress, exhaustion, responsibility. Maybe you're burdened with responsibilities, or you feel like your responsibilities are a burden, and you just want the universe to guide you in the right direction. Like, just guide me in the right direction. I don't know which way to go. Universe, God, source. Yeah, so you could feel like you're just carrying the weight. Like you're not sure what choice to make. Or what opportunity to take, what direction to go. You feel like you have too much responsibility weighed down on you to make a choice. King of Cups. So I feel like our source is telling you to meditate, go within. Okay, yes, this is the best sitting pose for meditation because of the channel, the up and down channel from the root chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra to your crown chakra, third eye crown. Because the more that you tune in, the more answers that you're going to have. A source is saying to not drink about it, sit with it. As the King of Cups can be a heavy drinker, drowning in emotions, but I feel like that's more if it was downside. That's my opinion anyway. So the King of Cups represents emotional stability, emotional regulation, being able to be calm, supportive, and balanced. I feel like one choice here is still going to bring you stress. Like if you keep holding on to your lack mentality, that's going to continue to bring you the stress, the burdens. But if you tune in to source with that King of Cups, then you're able to tune into your intuition more and the guidance that source has for you, that the universe. I'm being told that whatever triggers you, look at it as, what is this trying to teach me? What do I need to work on as to why that triggered me? Because more so than not, just about everything in life is a lesson. We're either teaching someone or they're teaching us. What else wants to come out here? Next to the King of Cups, Archangels. The wheel represents destiny. It's fated anyway that there's loss, okay, grief and disappointment, and being able to move on from that, from being able to see through the illusions. And this can bring up emotions that were buried, or if you're finally able to see the truth, you're seeing through the illusion here subconsciously first, possibly even seeing through our system. And with the moon, not all is seen. There's many of us who are feeling grief and disappointment and loss from that. And I'm also getting here that because you have seen through the illusions, and seeing our government or seeing your job for what it was, or corporations, institutions, you're seeing through the illusion. It's faded for many people to wake up. Okay, there's a lot of us who are online consciously, and we're moving towards that because here, yeah, we're moving towards that. We're moving towards waking up, letting go of the burdens. Many of us want to leave the country now. Okay, what else wants to come out? And then I'm going to grab some oracle cards. What else wants to come out for the collective? Archangels. Queen of Pentacles. So you're learning to be resourceful, okay? You're nurturing, you're stable, or creating your own stability, creating your own foundation. Learning to use the natural resources that you have. Some people homestead. This is also that you're fated to create your own comfort and security, to help create comfort and security for people by being nurturing. Okay, maybe you're going to come into some material success also. That's going to help you to do that. Or to help you to live the lifestyle that you wish. Being comfortable, secure, being financially secure. Maybe that requires you to work through some wounds, okay, with the Five of Cups before the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe that requires you to move on from the grief, loss, and disappointment. Now, if you had lost someone that you love, that could be very hard to do, I know. But they're still with you, and you're still able to speak to them. They're just with you on a different energetic level. And it's hard for us to wrap our minds around that type of thing, but I feel like once you've lost a loved one, that you're more open to that. More open to speaking with them as a possibility. Granted, many people probably don't think they can. I'm just learning that, you know, if you're open to it and you try to do it often, you'll get different signs and sometimes be told things through your intuition. You know, maybe you're lucky and actually get to hear voices. So let's get the overall energy, archangels. I know some people are like, you would be lucky hearing voices. As long as they're not harmful, right? That'd be okay. With the Hermit here, this is Virgo energy, represents solitude to gain insight and contemplation, introspection. And that also means doing the inner work. I mean, maybe not on full spectrum. Maybe some things are still in a compartment, because that's what Virgos like to do, compartmentalize things. Sorry, I don't want to call out Virgos there. Virgo moons do too. If you know, you know. Yeah, so sit with it. What is going to bring you this material success, comfort, and security is working through your wounds here. Okay, and it's fated that you do so. It's destined that we wake up in this life, okay, for a lot of us, and that we go within for the answers. You can speak with your guides. You can also get a reading from me for clarity and direction. It's easier to do a personal reading on someone rather than a collective, because so many things are coming at me at once to try and decipher, you know, exactly where we're going with the cards. But I know it's in the energy that the truth is surfacing and there's things that you can no longer deny. It's just a matter of, okay, my life is not going in the direction that I want it to go. What is it going to take for it to go in the direction that I want it to go? But do I really want it to go in that direction, or do I want it to go in this direction? What's, you know, going to give me the most benefits? Where am I going to be the most happy? Who am I going to be most happy with? Should I try with someone? Should I continue to build my business? Should I let this pattern go, this behavior go, this addiction go? What do I have to do that? What do I have to do to be healthier? What do I have to do to create the comfortable lifestyle and secure lifestyle that I want. And how do we do that collectively? How do we keep our sovereignty? Clearly, there's an issue with mental health in this country, especially USA here, in case you didn't know. That's what I'm getting here. Let's grab a few oracle cards. A card from The Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. That's what the deck looks like. I ordered a new tarot deck. I think it's called In Bloom, which is an actual tarot deck, not oracle. So I'm excited for that to come, because I only have 3 actual tarot decks. Let's get a card for the collective. Some guidance for the collective, archangels. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This can also represent a teacher in your life, or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You're having a spiritual experience at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There's a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. So while this shows Jesus, it's representing Christ consciousness, not any religion. His consciousness is coming through us as we change paradigms from the 4D to the 5D through the Great Awakening. His consciousness comes through those who are waking up, who are not able to be conformed, who are rebelling against the conformity, against the societal structure that is failing us, against the toxins in our foods, against the system that's broken. The great teacher represents the divine teacher within us. Okay, we're connected to source. We are source. Okay, if Jesus is God also, then we're also God. We are born in the image of the Creator. We're temples that carry universes in our eyes. We're basically stardust. Okay? And also rituals, human rituals. We are magic. So learn from your spiritual experiences, as Jesus did. And we're here to help others to awaken. So it's to give them the knowledge that they need to awaken, and they can use their own discernment, encouragement. Teach others the ways that you've been awakened, as long as it's not harming anyone. If it brings unity to people, then it's the right way. And I'm going to get a different card. Let me see what deck here. What guidance do you have for us, archangels, for guidance? Magician and the Mirror. Card 53. Knowing and using your true power. So this represents the accumulation of your personal and spiritual power at this time. In the magician's left hand, the flame of passion and action. In his right hand is a vortex of water and light, of reflection. This is a highly beneficial card, and it's telling you that you are the magician. And within your grasp are the amazing forces of earth and spirit. The water is the energy of yin and the power of spirit and clarity of thought. The flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity. Together they give you the magnificent magic of transformation. The mirror stands beside the magician, reflecting the outer world's response to your choice to use or dismiss the true power that you have. Its silver reflection reveals the future in a mist on the horizon, ready to magically be formed. So you're put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are the alchemist of your life. And just as an alchemist turns base metals into gold, you are now able to transform your difficulties into great blessings. This is true in every area of your life. Claim your power and embrace your intentions in your heart and in your daily life. Direct your destiny, and the mist of the future will clear into brilliant reality. And there's an affirmation for it. I have all the power I need to create the destiny I desire. Magic happens when I live in consciousness and my eternal truth. Some angel numbers for the collective. Numbers that the collective could be seeing at this time, as in those who are coming online, waking up. 55 or 5555. I am evolving. Fits perfect, see? So substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change. A need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. That's the only way to evolve, is to step out of your comfort zone. Another one, archangels. The 2 came out. We got 19, beginning and ending. I am a pioneer. So independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and in work, and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire. I'm a pioneer. So many of us are gaining the courage to do that. And we got triple zeros. I'm a creator. You are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. Perfecto. Let's grab another one more. 77. I am brave, and that may be needed. I mean, it's needed in my life for sure, almost every day. But there may be, and hopefully there isn't, but there may be instances where we have to be brave, have integrity, and do what's right, even if it's hard. So it's time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. I am brave. So it's building towards that. It is building towards that. We're going to grab from my deck, High Vibin. You can order it directly from me. I have a link also. I created this deck a couple years ago, I think, now. And it just tells a whole bunch of different things that you could do, like ideas for the day that can help you to raise your vibration, especially if you're not really sure like what to do. You know, like draw yourself a few cards and pick from it. Because when you're in a higher vibration, you're able to manifest better. Because if you vibrate at the frequency of that of which you want, if what you want is at a higher, you know, vibration, then it helps to raise your vibration to get there. If you know, you know. All right, so for the collective, things they can do to keep their vibration high, archangels. And the archangels gave me 3 exactly. That came out. So, yeah, and I've actually been drawn to this more so lately. Clean eating. Okay, organic fruits, vegetables, nuts. Trying to stay away from the sugar and processed foods. Foods with toxins. So trying to eat healthier. And relax. daydream. You know, and clean eating can help you feel better too. Not just look better, can help you feel better. So I'm still a work in progress on that. But getting closer. Slowly eliminating, you know, sugar and things that are not good for me. Relax and daydream. The 6 best doctors: sunshine, water, rest, air, exercise, and diet. So that's relax and daydream. Spend time with a pet. Okay, that can raise your vibration too. So 3 things you can do to raise your vibration and become more balanced and grounded. So if you're interested in a personal reading, I have lots of offers for that: astrology and tarot, spiritual guidance, intuitive guidance. If you're interested in that, you can direct message or email me. My email is in my bio and my link tree. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Stay safe out there. Namaste.